Welcome to my review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Went with Kirin and... Oh, I'm still wearing the funky glasses.
Yeah.
So, we saw it in 3D with jiggle seats or whatever. What's it called? DBOX.
Ultra DBOX.
And my eyes got used to the 3D. That was good. But initially it was like, ugh. Good thing they played some advertisements or whatever with 3D so I could get used to it. The jiggly seat was kind of interesting, but at times almost distracting. But the story for me seemed like somebody sat down and said, these are all the things we have to put in this movie. We got to jam them in somewhere, so let's put them in. And there was like three, depending how you look at it, 4 different storylines running. And to me, it seemed like there was a lot of contrived things going on. Like, here's one thing that I noticed over and over again. The bad guy ships show up, and they do nothing, when they could have annihilated all the good guy ships if they just showed up and started firing. But they sit there and they talk and give the good guys time to get away. Which is like, huh? That's not very evil Empire. And then, anyway, there's a few places in the movie where it's like, there's just, if I was the bad guy, I'd be doing shit, and the bad guys are just standing around. I come to see Jedis with lightsabers fight each other. Or, not each other, I guess Jedi versus Sith. Not enough of that, in my opinion. And there's a lot of things that my friend here says, oh, that doesn't matter, that I noticed. It was just kind of like, that they could have easily kind of got the continuity feeling working better. For example, the spaceships that are trying to escape, whatever the fixed number was, seemed to be changing depending on which shot they were showing you. They were being shot one by one, but every once in a while it's like, oh, there's more ships there than there was before. You know, like I guess some were out of sight or whatever, but they could have made that clearly, you know, we had 50 and now we're down to 30 or whatever. They could have done something to make that, to convey that. All right, let's hear what you have to say.
I loved how they finally showed Leia with, like, tangible force powers, because the biggest pet peeve that I've ever had in the franchise is everybody going, well, you know, like, Leia's not force sensitive. She doesn't have the force. It's like, are you kidding me? The biggest drama queen in the history of time, Anakin Skywalker, was her father. Of course, she has powers. Just because she's not being trained in them doesn't mean she's not doing anything on her own. So when she magics herself back into the ship, I was the happiest I've ever been, I think, watching any kind of movie, because I was not expecting it. So fantastic. Don't know how I'm gonna like CGI Leia in the next movie, because we're probably gonna have it, but I'll do it then. I liked Kylo attempting to be a human person and then failing miserably multiple times. And I liked Rey being like, I'm gonna give you a chance, and then, no, I made a mistake. Again. Like, this could be us, but you're playing. And, I really liked Poe being shown to be very smart, very proactive, but also needing to cool the hell down and being put in his place multiple times. But at the same time, with everything Admiral Holdo was doing, proof of communication is necessary for people to not do stupid things and then risk other people's lives. Communicate with your armies, people. It's important. Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I guess that's, you know, not as, I don't know. I mean, I understand that I'm from a different generation and I have different, and as a movie watching person in general, compared to most people I know, one of my friends says, you lack that childlike wonder. You can't go into childlike wonder mode. Yeah, okay, maybe I can't, but, I mean, I just don't think it would be that hard to do a good job on things that need a little attention to detail, so that people don't notice and then go, yeah, that's okay, I'll let that go. Or in my case, I notice it and go, because it distracts me. Like, going back to the ships, there's a bunch of ships and my brain kind of calculates quickly how many I'm seeing, and then a few get blown up, and then they show us another wide shot, and it's like, wait a minute, that looks like there's more than we had before. And it's a distraction for me, so I just don't like that. This person over here is like, get over it.
I can ignore it, because there's so much of that bullshit happening all over the place that I just, it's not actually important to the overall storyline, which is there's heavy losses, but somehow we managed to keep the good guys alive.
So, at a rating out of, I don't know, what do we want to do? 1 to 100, 1 to 10? What?
10 is easier.
1 to 10. What are you going to give it?
I'll give it an 8 for all the different tiny little tidbits. I liked the porgs, for one thing. I know a lot of people hate them.
What, those little big-eyed things?
Yes. You know the only reason they are in the movie is because the island of Skellig, where Luke was hanging out, is covered in puffins. And they couldn't touch the puffins. So they went, we're going to put CGI suits on all of them, and they're going to be porgs. And we need those to be a thing now. Also, merchandising.
Yes, little cute bug-eyed creatures.
I like those. I also like the whole throwback to Phasma's helmet getting smashed just so you could see your eye, kind of like with Anakin. When, that whole thing. I like those little throwbacks. So, yeah.
I thought Phasma was totally wasted in this movie.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who else was totally wasted?
Snoke. That's a big thing people hate. People hated that.
Actually, no. I kind of liked the Snoke getting killed.
Okay.
Although I would have liked it better if Rey had done it. But,
yeah. Well, she tried a few times.
Yeah. There's probably a couple other things that it was kind of like, the new admiral after Leia, like the woman, with the purple hair.
Holdo.
Okay, it's like, who the hell is that? Where the hell did she come from? Why the hell do I care?
If you read the books, you'll care.
I don't want to read the books. I went to the movies.
Well, you're not even looking at me. Poe basically goes, wait, she's the Battle of whatever, Holdo? Huh. So she's clearly somebody that he looked up to. Didn't realize it was a woman, probably. Didn't also think she looked fly as hell. So, but
yeah, just like, let's just throw this character in that nobody cares about, unless they've read the comics or something, or the books. And they didn't make use of the Wookiee very well. No. And yeah, it's just like I said, it's like, let's throw all these things in the movie and find a way to squeeze them all in, and because we're a franchise that everybody loves and adores, no one will complain much. And if they do, we'll just tell them they need to get a life, right?
A lot of this is going to be completely invisible. I liked it. You didn't give your out of 10.
I give a 5, maybe a 6. Yeah. I mean, there was lots of stuff going on, but I tend to drift toward what's the story all about. There's lots of nice visual things going on, lots of nice kind of entertaining, but when I look at how it's all gone together, it's kind of like it doesn't really go together.
Fair enough.
All right, let's sign off, and I'll post this on the internet and wait for the hate mail.
Cool.
Bye-bye, and click like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And send messages. Yeah, you can do that too. Bye!